Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular View.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
New flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Shots do that.
I don't want to sit too hard.
That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel Division.
Because there was no Jay White site.
Okay, just straight up gangbanging. This story has been fit. You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not.
What is she the CEO of, Chris?
Jesus, golly.
Let's start the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to an edition of Unpopular Review Entertainment. We are here reviewing the final three, right? We were reviewing it one by one, and then we got together and we said, hey, you know what? 8, 9, 10 is like part 1, part 2, part 3. When you combine them all together, it's like a damn movie. And we didn't have any movie episodes this week, so we said, let's just go ahead and get right into it for a whole Tolerance is Extinction, episode 8, 9, and 10 of XMEN 97. I'm one of your hosts, Zach Zoltan, joined by Magneto was right, he was not, and Mike Knox. What is going on, gentlemen?
What's good? Was my voice on that intro now? I've officially made it on the intro as my voice. I feel accomplished. But yeah, what's good, everybody? Magneto was right. I am on behalf of the tribal chief.
No, he wasn't.
I am no longer Virgo Sensei for today. I am Mr. Magneto was right.
Sorry, I am the tribal chief, and I didn't let you change your name, Freckle Sensei. So until further notice, Magneto Freckle Sensei is your name today too. So I want to call you Magneto Freckle Sensei because you know your mama named you that. So I'm gonna call you. What's going on, fellas?
That's good.
Yeah, you've been on the intro since I made that one. But anyway, that being said, Magneto was not right. I can't say that he was because he almost killed everybody. So I can't say that somebody's right and they almost killed everybody. Whether he was trying to or not, he almost killed everybody, right? Matter of fact, almost everybody in this damn episode was trying to kill everybody, it seems. Professor Xavier, Bastion, Sinister always trying to kill everybody. Everybody was trying to kill everybody, right? Let's just get right into it because I don't know how long this episode is going to be. It could be short, it could be long. As long as it's done before 8 o'clock, I'm straight. Anyway, the bottom line is, let me tell you my biggest pet peeve. It's great. This series was great. Loved it, right? But I had one huge pet peeve in this. I said it every single week that everybody seemed to showcase their talent, their powers, making them look so powerful. Everybody had a spectacular episode. There was one character in this whole damn series who I felt like looked like a weak little punk, right?
Would that be Hank McCoy?
Or more importantly, and it's not Hank McCoy, it's not Beast. I thought he did a fantastic job, right? I like the fact that no,
Forge,
not at all. You want to keep on guessing? I have time.
He did let me down.
Jubilee.
Nope. I thought Jubilee had the best showing she's ever had.
She did. Logan.
Nope. Even though they didn't showcase him as much, but he had arguably one of the most talked about scenes when he stabbed Magneto right through the gut.
Yeah, that is true.
Give up?
Yeah.
Cable.
Oh, well, it's not his
Cable
show.
did absolutely nothing. Cable was actually
right now. Like it's not really.
Yeah.
His time is all the time. He has a little thing that makes him go back in time. Ever since he came back,
there's a reason why he never
kept getting slapped up by everybody. He got slapped up by everybody.
This man, Cable, is trying to finish the story longer than the amount of times that Cable has tried to finish his story.
Damn, we taking shots. Hold on.
Wait,
I have to leave in 2 hours. So I was going to take it. I need to take it now. You know,
I don't have that problem anymore.
The blue.
You don't.
I was so happy today. I was like, yeah.
It's a sidebar. Ignore us, man. only 2 people knew we were talking about it. I know the people were watching.
That was me and you.
That was quick. That was fast. But yeah.
And that's how fast Cable got his ass whooped every time. That was one problem. Oh, never
You're
mind.
not my mother.
He was such a whiny. He was such a whiny. He was such a. The entire time he said that, like, shut up. It's not her fault, right?
It's not her fault.
It wasn't her fault. You can't even act like it's her fault. Oh, you're not her. You're not. Okay, you know, it's not like she came back and said, "Oh, my bad." You know, she was actually nice to her. She even honored her twin or clone, even after her clone was trying to get in her husband's pants. You know, it's like I didn't get it. You know,
I mean, if I'm Cyclops, hear me out.
I also was not a fan of I don't remember. It'll come back to me.
When we're talking about Tolerance is Extinction Part 1. What's your thoughts overall of that episode though? Executive consultant, like other than Kay was a little bitch, right? The episode to me at this point was the best episode. This was the one.
10?
8. No, I said 8. At this point.
Okay, so I don't. You know what? I can see why people would say that, and I sometimes opinion.
Because remember, everybody kept saying 7, and I said no. To me, it was 8 because 8 was the one. Again, you're talking to someone who's I'm more of a cartoon guy than a comic book guy, right? That's my genre is the TV shows. Same. So I need more action. I want to see them get it. I want to see them get it on. Okay. And in this episode, everybody got it on. Okay. It was like Freaknik in the 90s. If you couldn't get laid at Freaknik, then you just went a virgin. I was born, but I wasn't. It's because you were probably made at Freaknik, to be honest with you. Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I was born in the 90s, so I was right before.
Okay. So, but my point is that everybody, this was the one that showcased everything, and I thought it was amazing. And for my brother here, if you got one, pour up one for him. Happy birthday, my man, executive consultant.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a rough week. For my birthday, it's been so uneventful. I mean, the highlight of my week was a comedy show last night, which was very good.
Awesome. And
I recommend him if he's in your town, Christian Johnson.
But I love that damn episode, though, bro.
Let me bitch, whine, and cry one more time.
Go ahead, cry and bitch.
I didn't like the I have to throw in Phoenix part of.
No, it gets worse. It gets worse in episode. She says, "I am Phoenix." I said, "What the hell?"
That's what I'm talking about. I hated that. It was horrible. It felt so unreal. I mean, I know where we're exactly. Thank you. That's a better word for it. It felt so forced. She came.
There's no need for that.
And then they knew it was like just like let's throw in this little cameo because she said, "Oh, the Phoenix Force." I feel it's still inside me, but it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone. It's so that
gone now. Smack all of us around now.
Well, I mean, okay, so you got to think about it in this way. Phoenix is always like a plot armor when it comes to this show. Even last season, plot armor for
what do you mean last season? What the fuck are you talking about? 1997?
Yeah,
96.
I'm talking about I'm talking about 96.
Okay,
last season.
96. What episode was Phoenix in 96?
I said the wrong one. We fixed it. We here. Only 2 of us in this conversation this time. 97. Go.
Yeah, I had to fix it.
But you talking about in this season?
No, you're talking about the season before this one.
When
it went off the air. When
was Phoenix in that episode? In one of those episodes, I don't remember.
It went off with her being the Phoenix.
No, it did not.
No, I said no. I caught myself. It had a major role with her being Phoenix in that cartoon series.
Yeah, last
Correct.
episode.
Dark Phoenix, but that was season 4, not season 5. She did not appear in season 5.
Said Dark Phoenix.
No, okay.
Well,
they had a whole season after. They had a whole season after, and she was never in it. They tried to mention her, and all of a sudden, oh yes, I'm here out of nowhere because I needed to save the day from all the Prime Sentinels. But I'm only going to save you from the Prime Sentinels. I'm not going to save you from Bastion, who was whooping all kinds of ass up there because he had weapons upon weapons upon weapons, all blasting things. Right? Shout out to Cyclops. I'm a big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom. I used to play all the time. He did the optic blast very well. Okay, when he was facing Bastion. I was about to call him Sebastian. Yeah. 8, 9, 10 was very good. I can see why somebody says episode 8 was their best favorite. 9 was
at this point.
10 was their best favorite.
8 was my best until I got to 10. But Magneto was not right. Freckle Sensei. What was your take on that though?
My take is 8 is the same way for me. 8 was like the best one in my point of view up to right now.
X-Men.
I thought 7 at first, but went back, looked at it, watched it again. So I like watching it like the second time around because then you start catching everything that you missed. And 8 was good. God, 8 was really detailed. Like you said, Mike, it was the action, the fighting. We had everybody, literally everybody had a moment. Everybody.
Made me feel like it was Saturday morning all over again.
Rogue didn't have a moment.
No, Rogue was in a hospital.
Yeah, I'm about to say it.
She had a whole episode 7 when she tossed Cap's shield. Okay, she had her shine.
Yeah, no, she really did.
Wolverine, I think, was the MVP of 8 simply because of the fact he was falling and still slicing mofos. I think Nightcrawler was doing very well also when he had the 3 swords. I do like the scene where they show him pulling Wolverine through his vortex, and you can see how his vortex looked. That was very well done. Absolutely 100% correct. I think 8 was fantastic. I think all of them were fantastic. I can make an argument. To me, 5 is still the best one. And a shout out to XMEN. They nominated them. They threw their hat in there for the Primetime Emmy Awards with that episode 5. Wow. And I think for what Emmys usually look for, I think 5 was the best one. And believe it or not, I usually don't agree with the Academy or the Emmys of what they look for. I think 5 is really needs to be recognized.
But how did Susan Lucci so dirty every single year?
19 times. But that being said,
I get why they would do 5.
I have a question for you. I want an honest answer from you. Why in the blue hell do you think Magneto was right?
Okay, so hear me out. Magneto was right on the sense of the people going to thank you. Breathe the gold screen to me. Yes. How you doing? So first and foremost,
right there. You had it. You just go ahead. Now you got to finish your statement. You fucked it all up.
First and foremost, these are my opinions. These opinions does not represent anything that UPVR Unpopular Review does. Anyway, now with that being said, Magneto was right on the basis of one. These people was going to do whatever they want to do in the first place. There was no way of changing their mindsets, changing who they naturally tried to be and act. Another thing was Magneto look at on the other surface of had he went with his own instinct, he feels like Genosha wouldn't have been as bad as it was. I mean, it was catastrophic. We lost a whole bunch of people. So in the events of him like trying to like bounce back, him like wanting blood for blood and everything of that nature. Yes. Now I do understand because people gonna say, well, he almost killed every fucking body. That is true. But everybody at that point was trying to kill every fucking body. So you can't be mad at him for killing people because people trying to come at him. All he's trying to do is just have peace for his mutants, but he can't get that. So this is why he was right. Had they followed his diplomacy, had the FOH the fuck out of here with his diplomacy, then a lot of this stuff would not have happened. We would not be getting, granted, I mean, as a fan, I'm loving that we're getting all this stuff because we would not be getting possible onslaught. We're not be getting possible. We saw the outfit for Wolverine, so maybe one day maybe from 8 to now, maybe he'll be feral one day. It's a lot of things that I like that brought upon it, but with Magneto, it was mostly about the fact that he had, like I said, had they went with his agenda, had they went with his thing, a lot of stuff wouldn't have happened.
I'll let you take that first, please.
Magneto tried to kill everybody. I can't say he's right. Okay, he literally resurrected the whole freaking asteroid to try.
I tried to explain that. I said,
yeah,
okay,
you tried. You right. You tried. You definitely tried. I give you that. But there's a difference. Have you ever seen Star Wars?
Yes.
Okay. There's this line by Yoda that everybody likes.
Movie, unfortunately.
There's this line by Yoda that everybody likes. It's called "Do or do not." There is no try. Yeah, you tried to explain it. You did not explain it. The man tried to kill everybody. Right? He took Rogue, who still loves Struck.
Well, I mean, if you Rogue, what else you gonna do? Under Charles,
you stand by Professor Xavier. Magneto is the reason why Gambit was killed.
But what about more?
What about Forge?
What about all these other people that she was naming that died or just it took a long time for them to come back, like Morph, and I don't know. I feel like it's a combination of both. It's a combination of both because like I said once again, had Xavier never left, about good half of this would never happen. So he leaves.
Well, Xavier had to leave. Let's not forget that, right? He didn't have a choice.
I gave him no choice.
But it's the fact like he could have at least told somebody.
He did. Everybody knew where he was.
No, they didn't.
No, because they was at
Yes,
the
they did. They
did.
Yes, they did. They
was at
knew.
the-
No, they did not.
They didn't. They didn't know he was there.
Was I the only one that saw season 5? Everybody knew.
Well, we're not talking about season 5.
All
This
the
is this
X-Men
one.
knew.
But he
all
wasn't
the
going
X-Men
it.
knew.
At that point, that's a whole different. I know it's a continuation,
Relation,
but
yeah.
Okay.
when this season started, they came on with him being dead. They even say it in episode.
They even say it, yeah.
I'm sorry. In the words of the worst actor in Hollywood ever, Channing Tatum, "I thought you were dead." Scott said in this.
No.
He did.
No. They knew he was alive. They just thought he could not come back.
You know what? I gotta come back to you on that one because I really think
Watch the last episode of X-Men season 5, and you'll see that they knew he was alive. They saved his life, but he had to go with the Shi'ar. And they thought, he said, I probably can't come back in body. That's all. But I will always be with you. So they told everybody he was
Where
dead.
was he when Gambit
Why
went
do you
to
think
help?
when they announced it, when they had the tape, they said, oh, the X-Men
Where was he when
lied.
Storm needed help? Where was he when Jean was delivering the baby?
He was still.
Where was he?
He was still with the Shi'ar.
Where
He
was
admitted
you
He probably can't come back.
when all
He
the
probably-
dogs needed help?
Look, as long as you can talk about Drake all you want, the system, as long as you don't talk about Diddy. Here's all I'm saying, right?
Not on this station no more.
No, he's canceled.
He's
Officially canceled.
After that video, it was like, oh,
Yeah, it's a wrap. Like, you can't. I can't even find a way to
Make something else.
There was nothing. Like you came out in a bath towel to chase the woman down to drag her. Like I got nothing.
Yeah,
for you.
it gets no worse than that. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
bath towel, bro.
Yeah, like, and the way he ran, it was like with malice. That's the sad.
Yeah.
You can see the anger in his face. Like, there's nothing.
There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that.
No, you have to watch season 5, episode 10 because
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. I vaguely remember
they
season 5.
knew the whole thing with the video that it came out that Bastion released about Xavier being alive, and why he did that was because it proves that the X-Men were lying and they knew that he was alive the entire time. That's why that video was so important. They already knew he was alive. They just didn't think he could come back.
Damn it. Okay, I'll probably watch it after SmackDown.
And then I want you to get on this episode, one of these episodes, and I want you to say, not the Magneto was right, the EC was right.
Wow.
Mine knocks back to you. When you unmute yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm still tripping the fact that he thought he was right all along. That's the part. Seriously, I can't.
Nobody was really right. Nobody was really right.
Definitely not Magneto, though.
Definitely
That's
not
all.
Magneto.
Like, it's like your generation, maybe born in the 90s.
What we were all thinking.
It's like, I don't understand how y'all can think genocide is correct to fix things. Thanos was not right. Magneto was not right.
I mean, Eternals kind of
The Joker, aka really shouldn't be called the Joker, Arthur Fleck, was not right.
Yeah, I mean,
Just because they have points and you think of the grand scheme of things of something being a better way than what it is, doesn't make it mean you're right.
Okay, so how about this? What about was on the right path?
No, because at the end of the day,
Because the thing is, if you're on the right
Let's
path,
justify this
then
murder.
you fall off, or you was there, like you had us in the first half, but somehow, some way, it turned into something else. All I'm saying is that Magneto made some very fair points, and then the people.
what's fair about murdering people?
Sometimes you gotta clap a nigga. Sometimes you just got look. Sometimes you just.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
How long did it take you to find that clip? I recognize somebody who just searched for that on purpose. That's why he had me go first, ladies and gentlemen.
First of all-
That is why he had me go first.
First of all, I didn't just search for it. I had to search it, cut it, and edit it and put it here. Okay?
That's why he was looking like that down there. I've done that plenty of times.
Because he deserved it 5 minutes ago. and you gave him a chance to reinvent the wheel, right? It's a wheel. It's a circle. It's going to go round and round and round and round. And no, he went back to the same dumbass explanation for Magneto.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my...
It was the dumbest thing I ever heard.
He was like, why don't you go first? He's like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. That's all down there too. I'm like, whatever he's doing. Yeah, I know. I recognize that look. I've done that plenty of episodes when y'all talk about you go, you find it. All right, let me do this. Let me download. Let me cut it to the right thing.
See, the problem with people today, right?
The problem,
all right, is, well, the real problem, people hide behind their keyboards, right? People are, you got my keyboard, I got my social media. I know more than you. I can book a wrestling event. That wrestler or that basketball player is dumb. The attitude era was horrible. If you didn't live in said era and live it, and I mean not just be born in it, but like raised in it. What Bane say? I was adopted in it. No, I was raised in it. It's his. You can't speak on something. I will never say Muhammad Ali's the greatest of all time because I didn't live in that era of Muhammad Ali being the greatest of all time. He could be the greatest. Things like that. I'm just saying, but like I believe in, if my kids are brainwashed because I'm their father, that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. They don't know that. They just watch The Last Dance and hear their father talk. But you didn't live. If you didn't loot in 1990 on the south side of Chicago with the BDs, GDs, and the Vice Lords all got along for an NBA championship, you can't tell me Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. Okay? So basically what I'm saying is you guys are sitting here today, and all I saw on social media, Magneto was right. It's like y'all are y'all was the sheets. What was he right about? Murdering people. Go ask your mama it's okay to murder somebody. Go ask your pastor. Go ask the men's group.
Depends on the situation.
Listen, unless somebody rapes my daughter, okay, physically harming a little child, even the guy we canceled, we're not saying his name no more because we're going to take his ass away, so he's going to take that off of his airwaves, okay? Don't deserve to be killed for it. Canceled, yes. Murdered for it? No. So I'm saying this. Those guys were wrong. What prevails? It's the reason why, and I hate to say this in this way, and I love Malcolm X. It's the reason why Dr. Martin Luther King's message speaks out longer. Hence, Professor X and Magneto. Magneto is Malcolm X. By any means necessary. And Xavier is Martin Luther King. Okay? It's just that simple. You can't be out here. It may be okay to do so. You may think it's okay. But unless it's like, even when we just reviewed a couple weeks ago, Crimson Tide, right? Am I going to kill 100 people to save 100 million? In theory, absolutely right. But if I can still save that 100, I'm going to save that 100 because that's my job as humanity is concerned. And that's why Magneto cannot be right. Magneto was a ass clown. Everybody who wants to like Magneto, they're ass clowns too. And I still love you. Magneto was wrong. Freckle Sensei, you my bro. But you're wrong.
Magneto lives.
He does live in the hearts of all these crazy people.
I hated that part. Like I hated that.
I liked it.
It wasn't worse than the damn Phoenix because the Phoenix can whoop everybody's ass.
Hell no.
And then she don't. And then weak now.
No,
she gasped at the end, right, when she was done all that.
Because next week is a big week here in Atlanta.
Why?
Because MomoCon, Atlanta's own version of Comic-Con, is next weekend.
Everybody has those.
I kid you not.
Thank God I'm not going there next weekend.
I'm gonna dub this the cringiest. I'm gonna dub this the cringiest moment in this whole entire show. When we saw Magneto in nothing but draws, because so many of these niggas is really about to
in Atlanta. I would think they love that.
Draws. And look, to you people that's thinking that this is gonna be a BDSM type of MomoCon,
is it sexism?
Is it though?
Yes.
Thank God I'm not going to Atlanta next weekend. I'll probably be there the weekend after.
Let's take a break as I consult and come back and wrap up this X-Men series that has taken the nation by storm. Best cartoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the movie division of UPRE is on a small hiatus. However, when we come back, we have a couple movies to review. Let's find out what movies they are. Stick with us. You're watching Unpopular Review.
In the art of crashing weddings, John and Jeremy are the masters. Now,
what do we got?
This is the Kentucky Derby of weddings. They're crashing the biggest wedding of the year.
So what angle are you going to play here?
I'm going to go with the balloon animal display for the kids.
I want a bicycle.
Buddy, that's going to take a lot of balloons.
Make me a bicycle, clown.
And meeting the two girls,
John Ryan,
Claire Cleary.
that will bring them to their knees.
I always knew my first time would be on a beach.
Sanjay Collins,
Chuck Fenderlow,
Seamus O'Toole,
Bobby O'Shea.
I'm ready to get drunk.
Wedding crashers.
Now listen. Now this is Vegas.
Doing nights we'll never forget. Sure you're qualified to be taking care of that baby.
Oh my God.
We're getting married in 5 hours.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
What is going on?
I cannot wait. That's going to be me in Vegas next year at WrestleMania. Everywhere you see me, I will have on white
Get your
jeans.
hotels now. My recommendation. Holler at me and whoever else is with me, well, as far as UPR is concerned, I will be in the Venetian. Party, ready to go, looking for it. That is Vegas.
Yep, I will be at my timeshare.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
So you're coming. Pause.
Yeah,
You're going to join the festivities.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to find some high prize hoes. So let's get it, baby. Vegas it is.
We are not, because
all I'm saying is at this point, since WWE was going to Vegas, it's time to do the bet. It's time to do some.
Are you sure? Are you okay with this? It's not like Easter? It's Easter weekend. You do know that, just so you know.
Look.
I mean, I know they got churches in Vegas. I'm just saying.
It's a way I'm gonna do it. Because if it does land on Easter, I gotta double check.
It does. I'm telling you that it does.
Then I just
Easter's on 420 this year.
What does it just be on Easter weekend mean that he can't go? I don't understand.
You know, he's a man of church on Sundays.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. But that's a one.
Even though the Bible says the church can be your home or wherever it is you choose to spread his word. Just saying.
That's Easter weekend. That's sad.
It is. It is sad. First thing my man King Mo from the Belt King said, well, I guess you won't see me there. That's Easter Sunday. So he said, because he plays the drums in church. So he was like, he won't make it. So I get that. But we are talking X-Men 97, episode 8, 9, and 10. And in case y'all missed it, Magneto was wrong.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Just want him to know that one more time. What's going on, consultant? Let's get this thing wrapped up, man, because I've been dying to talk about this since it came on. I'm early in the chat in the morning in the group. I get the, if I'm
I wake up to somebody saying, "Oh my God," the episode. I'm like, "Damn, bro, I haven't heard my cock-a-doodle-doo yet."
First of all, you live in Florida. There's no cock-a-doodle-doo. Okay, so unless you have a something on your phone that does that. I mean,
well, you know what? Florida does have cock-a-doodle-doos. Thank you very much. Just not Orlando.
Not where we are.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But when I used to stay with, I used to go to Matt's house. He had some chickens and stuff that were cock-a-doodle-dooing in the morning.
Well, what makes this great is that I had a lot of problems with this last episode.
No, did he?
No. Well, I'm not gonna say that anymore. A lot of problems with episode 1. Somebody tell me, and since they revamped Iron Man, right? So when you see Iron Man on the screen, you only think of one character playing Iron Man, all right? And that's Robert Downey Jr. You automatically
one actor playing.
You go to MCU's version of that character. Iron Man is not sitting back watching anybody try to stop a raging avalanche coming upon Earth. and just sit there with Captain America. Now, Cap ain't got no damn choice, right? But Iron Man ain't gonna sit there and let that shit happen. So I didn't like that, first of all. Second, I didn't like how they did King T'Challa. I didn't like that either. I felt that this was something that Marvel doesn't typically do, and they did to get a rise out of fans, and they put all these cameos of all these people here, and they didn't do nothing. I don't even see them if they're not going to be involved.
I ain't gonna lie, I did kind of enjoy some of the cameos. The other cameos, like just I wanted, even though I was happy I got T'Challa, but I was like, could have got more. At least him talk something.
Yeah, right.
I did enjoy the Spider-Man one just because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. So the Silver Samurai one was interesting as well.
Excuse me,
but he didn't say nothing. He just stood there.
Man, I get it was like when Mitch Marvel said in Endgame, well, where were you at? He said, well, everybody didn't have the Avengers, right? So I get other things are going on, the Daredevil scene, those things. I get. I just didn't think it was needed to do that because in this big situation that's going on, they should have come together. And the Justice League would have come together in some way. It would have been spread out, handling other situational things like that. That bothered me. But I did walk away from this episode, and I've said this, like I said here on air. For the past 20 years, the MCU have run movies. DC has not really had a chance. I think they had some okay movies, but none that are really stand out great other than, to me, just two, which were Man of Steel. And
Batman versus Superman.
I love BB, right, and then the Snyder cut of Justice League I thought was outstanding.
I think the Snyder cut of Batman versus Superman was good too.
Right,
a lot of people might not see it. They had a Snyder cut.
They have DC has hands down run animation until this show came out, and I watched this and I said, "Damn, this is really cinema right here." Right? They got that Crisis of Infamous Earth 1 and 2 out. Not really a fan of it. Right? They changed up too many things. I'm a creature of habit when it comes to certain characters. It's why it took me a while. As much as I think Gotham is a great TV show, I didn't like how they kind of went in different directions for the Penguin and for Whitler. So certain things you don't have to do.
Agreed.
Like with Morph in this one. And you mentioned it episode 5 ago. Morph's
3
is okay. They made Morph the gay character. And I just didn't understand the purpose behind it.
Can I tell you?
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When I was watching the original, it kind of did look a little. It like we saw a little hint between Logan and Morph.
Nah, that was friendship.
I mean, some friendships get or at minimum like a bromance. It was at minimum.
It was a bromance, but look at. I mean, there were certain times in episode 10, and like I said, I just watched it not too long ago, where even Magneto, Professor X's bromance looked a little, man's and not bro. I'm not trying to get canceled, and I've had 3 shots, and I don't drink as much, so this is embarrassing. But you're muted, so I will take advantage.
I just felt I didn't understand the need for it. That's what I'm saying.
One. Before I do this, let me throw a disclaimer. Your boy is definitely a part of the LGBTQ community. When I mean that, I mean me. I work at a gay club, for heaven's sakes, okay? So let me throw that out there. The person who's the forerunner of this show for this season is gay, right? That's one thing to point out. 2, if you look at Morph and how he looks now compared to what he originally looked, he looks like a character that does not have a gender.
Mm-hmm.
Did that on purpose,
mm-hmm.
right? Because that was always the plan. Now, I've heard some rumors. I read comic books. I'm a part of comic books, but I have not been in years, decades, really, right? Like that. What I read or heard. I understand I'd be bisexual. I understand the man's like 300 years old, so maybe he is bisexual at this point. I don't know.
Damn.
But definitely, I can see why of all the characters that Morph would be of that.
Well, he would be the more or less of the popular, so you wouldn't have such an uproar.
Correct.
In it. But I didn't even peep it into the part where Logan needed some mental health support, and he said, "Oh, I know who you get it from," and he turns into Jean, And
you should have got it when Wolverine was in the freaking shower and he offered to reach those hard to reach places. That was your clue right there.
Yeah,
that was your first clue. The second clue was Magneto. Then outside of Madeline Pryor, doing the thing, saying, "Hey, you think no one knows? I know." That's what I said. Oh, okay. Yeah, so boom, he's gay. But I see why.
Well, I mean, I saw it like way back. I think like the first or second episode when they was fighting each other. He turns to Sabretooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. No, he was giving him, he always appeased to what he thought was an emotional attachment to Logan.
They were friends. You know what I'm saying? If you're my boy, I would do almost anything for you. Okay.
Yeah, but
go ahead, Atlanta.
It was romance level.
Okay. So, all right. I mean, that's fine.
So stop typing.
I wasn't typing. I was tapping on the table. I wasn't. But I am a difficult typer, so I can see why you would say that. I'll say difficult because I don't want to say hard in the middle of this conversation. I'm just gonna go throw my thumbs up. Thumbs up for this episode. 8, 9, and 10. I thought they were all fantastic, spectacular.
Did you catch the post credit?
No, I completely forgot about that shit, and I wish I could.
No one caught the post credit.
We were going to. I would play it right now if it wasn't for the fact that we would get copyrighted. But I really want to play it right now for everybody because I have not seen it. But I'm gonna watch it later.
Spoiler alert! I'm gonna spoil at this point, right? So,
how about you let Freckle Sensei tell what he wanted to tell?
Okay.
About his thumbs up and thumbs down, and I will watch the post credit real quick.
No, hell no! I'm trying to do the same thing.
You didn't see the post credit either. Magneto was wrong.
All right. Well, how about you, Mike Knox? You give your thumbs up and thumbs down. While I guess Freckle Sensei and
I have more couth than that. It's not that long. Go to the end of the episode.
I'm watching it right now. I'm watching it right now. I just want you to talk so I can.
So
go ahead.
Thumbs up. I mean, this cartoon made me proud again to go back and watch cartoons. It's been a while. Like I said, I get the DC movies, the animated movies here and there, but it felt good. And I know people today are all about binge watching things. I still live, and I think there's a very important part of the world that loves episodic week television. Look at wrestling. Look at the success of Empire when it was on. Look at the success of Power and Friends. You insert any show if that you want to. Big Bang Theory. Weekly episodic television still reigns supreme in this country, in this world overall. And I this episode 8, 9, and 10 was just phenomenal. It just really was. It really made me happy. It's the best cartoon I've seen since Avatar came out, and I loved it. And I thought something said, "Let me see if there's a post credit." And no one told me. I just watched it. Like normally it goes off, you just stop it, right? I let it play, and I was like, "Did it?" Went back, and it sure was. And it goes with, if you don't know, the rumors that have been swirling around Hollywood, right? That who they want to play this character. They want Dwayne Rock Johnson to play. I was all wrong. Round your lips. To play Apocalypse, and I just thought
terrible
how
choice.
it went. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it's a terrible choice. First and foremost, right?
Please.
Where they left off at from the Fox version of Apocalypse.
Which I'm a fan of the Fox versions of anything.
I love them. Okay. I think Rock can fit that role very well, where he doesn't have to be so much dominant that he always has to be. Apocalypse doesn't have to be a great actor per se to play his character. He's a man of small words, everybody who says the Rock can't act, I disagree with that. I think the Rock can act depends on what he's. Everybody's typecast or something.
The man has range. The man actually shown that he's.
I think he has range. I go back to early Rock movies.
He has some range.
Walking tall.
No, forget that. To me, I look at Too Short. When he was like gay, I'm not gay. Like that's one of his favorite. That to me,
be cool.
Be cool. Sorry, Be Cool. He
acts
his ass off and Be Cool. I love him in Be Cool. I love him in Gridiron Gangs.
Yeah,
I think he's been typecast, and that's not. I always tell people when people say, "Oh, he ruined this, he ruined that." You can't get mad at the man because they gave him
Everyone
$25 million to play a role and say you can do what you want to do with it. That's Hollywood's fault. That's what they have producers' fault.
If I'm gonna play Black Adam and they give me that,
that was a bad choice. That was a bad choice.
It was a bad choice.
This isn't.
He does. He definitely acts himself.
Correct. But a
He
lot
definitely
of
acts
actors
himself.
who are successful
But
do
that's why it
that.
works.
Keanu Reeves, I sit here and say,
It's
one
the
of the best
same
actors I've
character
ever
of
seen.
all time.
He
Yeah,
plays
he's
the
the
same freaking
every character.
every character. And the thing is, he gets some of the most iconic roles when he does it.
Neo and Jack and John Wick are the same.
John Wick are the same. Only character I ever seen him play different was Bill. Right? That's the only character I ever seen him play.
Even
Besides
Speed
that,
was the same kind of character.
Speed,
And I love Speed.
Constantine.
Oh,
He
Constantine.
plays the same actor in every single thing.
Yep,
What's the other guy?
Constantine
I don't think
definitely
can act, and that's what's his name? Oh shit, he was in Face Off.
Don't you dare say Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is not a good actor, bro.
I'm about to
He's
walk
not a
off
good
this
actor.
damn set.
Go ahead,
Nicolas
Dice.
Cage.
Listen.
Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage. We see him
I don't
playing
think.
an
I
agent.
don't. But that being said, I don't think Rock can play Apocalypse, and the reason why, because X-Men animated series, the original, made me realize that Apocalypse needs a good voice actor, and I think that's what screwed him.
I don't think this was necessarily bad. I don't think Black
I
Adam.
thought Black Adam was fine. I think it gets more hate than it should. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best, but it wasn't
No.
nearly as bad as people make it out to be.
Yeah, it's not bad at all to me. But
I did like the post-credit scene. Oh, shout out to Viola Davis, who, in my opinion, is the only person I've ever seen play truly Amanda Waller as she should be played.
Yes,
she's got casted to be in the Superman movie.
She got casted for that. And did she? They had to bring her back for that. That's great. That's great.
No
booking.
one else could be Amanda Waller right now except for her. She plays that role.
As excited as I am for that film, I do have some character choices, especially with Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl is not of Latin descent. She is from African descent. And I think that's a mistake to do that. The same girl who played Dora the Explorer in this horrible Madam Web movie my daughter made me watch, which is, by the way, the worst comic movie. It's worse than The Watchmen. Okay? And The Watchmen to me was
big.
Okay.
Yeah, see.
Yeah,
that's
and the new
big
Superman.
shoes to fill because I don't know what's the worst comic movie. Maybe Thor Ragnarok. I don't know what's the worst comic.
I love
movie.
Ragnarok.
I hate Ragnarok.
Thor: The Dark World probably.
That's pretty bad. That's
Thor:
pretty bad. Dark World's pretty
Thor:
bad.
The Dark World was better than Ragnarok.
No way. Ragnarok was good just for the laughs alone. The laughs alone and
That's the
Hawk
problem.
alone.
That's the problem. It was funny. And it should have been funny.
Well, that's where they.
He found out he had a long lost sister who came back and helped pretty much kill the father. I mean, the father was already dying anyway, right?
Yeah.
Trying to kill the brother, kill the planet, all these people. Hela was great. Hela's one of the best villains I've ever seen in Marvel Cinematic Universe. But all the sad shit, and they made so many jokes, it made no sense to me. And they continued the deterioration of the
Hulk.
Hulk.
All the time when I go through sad shit.
Well, they definitely. Well, Hulk must have been hated by these guys, because
Edward Norton pissed them off so bad they said we'll never make the Hulk that strong again. Except for the first Avengers movie, Hulk never looked that strong again.
Yeah.
No, she looked okay in Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah,
Age of Ultron.
Ultron? When he got his ass whooped by Iron Man?
Well, I mean, I don't think he got his ass whooped. I think Iron Man defaultly won the fight. I don't think he won by whooping his ass. Because remember, go sleep. None of that shit worked. He just kept getting more mad and more mad. It just happened to outsmart Hulk to beat Hulk. He wasn't beating Hulk. I've watched that movie multiple times. I think it's the most underrated movie in the MC universe. I think
Worse than the
it's
Avengers
Ultron.
movies.
Okay,
It's worse than the Avengers movies.
It is nowhere near the worst. I personally, this is where I stand.
Rank them.
To me, if I had to rank Avengers movies, it's going to go Infinity War, Endgame, Age of Ultron, First Avengers. But I'm not ranking them. So one of them says one has to go. Fuck you. I'm not giving one of them because you asked me to. But I don't think
Magneto was right. Rank your Avengers movies.
I don't think none of them are bad.
Rank your Avengers. Just because I say rank them doesn't mean that one of them was bad.
No, I know.
Magneto's right. Rank your Avengers movie.
Rank which one?
Rank the Avengers movies.
Oh no, it's the same rank. So Infinity War is the best one of all time. Then Avengers Endgame, which was the best closure of all time. Age of Ultron, without it, you don't get Infinity Wars, and you definitely don't get.
You don't get half the rest of that universe without Age of Ultron.
Exactly,
Right.
without Ultron.
Let's break it down.
Ultron predicted so much stuff. and the acting was phenomenal.
Completely
break it
underrated
down.
how great he played Ultron.
Infinity War, the first Avengers, Civil War, Avengers Endgame, and then
Technically,
actually no, I'll switch to Civil War and Endgame. So Endgame, Civil War, and then Age of Ultron for me.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me throw some context on that clip right now. Earlier this episode, Mike Johnson had a conversation where only he and I were having a conversation. Only he and I understood. Just now, a few seconds, when I was ranking, Mike Knox was in his thoughts and feelings and trying to think about what he was saying. And when he was thinking about what he was saying, he decided to play that clip because whatever he was thinking to himself was the dumbest thing he's ever heard in his life. Because my list was what's
the dumbest thing to me is that you always think your lists are right when there's no right or wrong answer.
My list is all right.
But you know what happens? You know what happens? You know what happens on Unpopular Review? On Unpopular Review, everybody go, okay, respect. You will go, that's stupid. No, dude, it's not.
Who uploaded
You're
the clip?
Stupid for acting that way.
Who uploaded the clip? Was it Chris?
Brother, all the clips you have that you've uploaded, I'm not even trying to hear that, Mr. Raincloud.
Whatever.
That's why that's your permanent name on the station.
Thank you so much for watching us tonight.
What's your thumbs up, thumbs down, Jabroni?
He skipped everything.
He skipped everything.
Hey, thumbs up all around.
Thumbs up all around. Except for those strawny arms.
We love you. Thank you. Follow us later tonight for episode.
He missed bicep day.
UPRE reviews Bridgerton. So pay attention to that. And pay attention to everything else. For UPRE got coming up. For Freckle Sensei, Magneto is right. For Mike Knox, I'm the executive consultant. And we will see you right here next time for a popular review.